Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hip Horse. Tommy D along with Johnnie Lowe. We're on the Hip Horse. We are so close to the Breeders' Cup. 29 days away. We're going to take a look at some Keeneland races. Winning you're in. We got 4 today. Johnny, how you doing today, my friend?
Doing well. Excited about Keeneland's opening weekend this weekend. Last weekend was Santa Anita. They had a lot of big stakes races. We saw what Medina Spirit could do against some older horses. It was exciting. I think this weekend it's going to be just as exciting at Keeneland.
Yeah, Johnny, as you said, it's right around the corner. I've never been to Keeneland on my bucket list. I heard it's a beautiful track. If you're a horse racing fan, you got to be there. We're going to take a look at a couple races here. The first one we're going to look at is a win and you're in for the filly and mare sprint. This is the Thoroughbred Club of America Stakes. This is a grade 2 going 6 furlongs, Johnny, at Keeneland here. I'm taking a look at the field. Seems a little interesting to me, a little short. My top choice goes to number 4, Estilio Talentoso. Troubled start last time out, going 7 furlongs in the Bell Arena. Did win a grade 3 bet at Rosa, so the talent is there. Morning line 5-2. I'm going to try to take a shot and beat number 6. Bell's the one. Has won 2 out of its last 3 starts. Working pretty nice like a monster at Churchill. And then Frank's Rocket, classy 4-year-old filly here. Won 3 graded stakes races during her 3-year-old campaign. Morning line 5-2. Your thoughts here in the Thoroughbred Club of America. What do you think here?
Yeah, so interestingly enough, the horse on the rail, Frank's Rocket, she has a lot of speed. She can get brave on the lead. She's one of her last, I'd say almost 4 wins have been pretty much either on the lead or right off of the lead. She needs to go to the front. I don't think one of her options here is to sit back and hope the rail opens up. I think they're going to have to send her. The horse outside of her, Club Car, doesn't have much speed. They put the blinkers on. I don't think that's going to make the horse go to the front. In the mids of Biz, or however the horse I don't even know how you say that. The 3 horse, that horse shows a lot of speed. It's a pretty fast horse. I don't know if she's as fast as Frank Rocket, but she's definitely going to push the pace, and she's won 4 out of her last 5, albeit not quite against the company that she's going to face today. Her last one was on a synthetic track. I mean, she's won on a synthetic before, but I'd almost throw the race out. Doesn't seem like it really played to her style. So depending on how much that horse pushes Frank's Rocket, or Frank's Rocket can sit off of that horse, that looks like that's going to be the pace that we're shooting at here. Now, Estilio Talentoso, I look at her pedigree, and there's nothing but speed top and bottom. She's got 4 lines of Mr. Prospector, 2 through Maclean's Music, who's inbred to Mr. Prospector line, Broodmare, and then on the bottom side, Bazinga Baby, who's by a Fleet Alex. That's a Mr. Prospector line, and that one's inbred to a Mr. Prospector line, Broodmare sire as well. So for me, it's kind of interesting that the horses never actually ran 6 furlongs. She's ran 5.5, 6.5, 7, a mile. They tried a mile and a 16th. I don't know. It's interesting. I feel like the horse should have more punch at 6 furlongs, but will it? I'm not sure. It's going to be a little pace dependent. I don't think they're going to send the horse. Could be close up, but I don't know if the horse is, even with all that speed in the pedigree, I don't know if the horse is quite fast enough with the top 2 along the rail. We've got this Miss Mosaic horse. She's gotten beat pretty soundly by Bells the One the last couple races, coming off of a little bit of a layoff. I don't think she'll be right on the pace. She's probably going to be sitting off the pace. And then you got Bells the One, who's the closer. She's done really well at Keeneland in 6 races. She's won twice, had a second and 2/3. She's 5 for 6 at the distance with a second, which are all good numbers. It's just going to be really interesting to see how well she can close on the short stretch. Keeneland's known for the short stretch. I do think that gives a little bit of advantage to Frank's Rocket and the 3 in the midst of Biz. But she's a pretty classy horse, so I guess we'll see what happens in there. I think Estilio Talentoso going the 6 furlongs is going to be kind of the question mark. She has beat Bells the One a couple times. They've ran against each other. She's beat her every time they've ran. Well, I guess they dead heated. But talent-wise, she's right up there. This could be an interesting race based on how the pace plays out.
Yeah, Johnny, we're talking about the Thoroughbred Club of America Stakes. This is a filly and mare sprint win in your in race. Like you talking about it, you caught my eye on the 3-horse in the midst of biz. I'm having a little trouble tongue tying there too. Johnny, this horse won 4 races in a row, 3 in a row before getting on, and 1 on the synthetic too. Now going back to the dirt here, that could be an angle, stepping up in class there, but that's your price at 10-1. I do like the 4 here, as you said, beat Bell's the 1. But Bell's the 1's working out, lights out, so seems to know how to find the wire. Got regular rider Corey Lannery aboard. So that's the 7 Thoroughbred Club America Stakes. Let's move on to the next race. It's going to be race 8 at Keeneland. This is the first Ladies Stakes, grade 1, 1 mile, Johnny. This is going to be for the Maker's Mark filly and mare turf winning you're in. So what are your thoughts here on the first lady? Maybe if you want to just talk about a couple that catch your eye here.
Well, I think the clear class of the field right now, the horse with all the momentum going in the races, Athika, homebred for Godolphin, nice breeding. We've got Spencer aboard from Europe. The horse just won 2 grade 1s in a row. Nice little break. Should have plenty of punch going the mile. Ran against really good horses. Beat some horses in this race. I mean, that's fun to beat, obviously. O'Brien's got a horse in here with Empress Josephina. She's been running in nothing but grade 1 races in Europe, holding her own, 4th, 6th, 8th, first place. But the horse just ran in September, shipping all the way across the pond. That's going to be a tough assignment. And I think the other interesting horse in here is Princess Grace. So Princess Grace, 6-1. Kent DeSormo flying out to ride. The horse has only lost 1 time. That was by half a length. Stepping up in class here, going in a race with some tough fillies off nothing but bullet workouts. We're going to see what she's got. We're going to see if she has enough kick to keep up with what's this horse, Althika, or if she doesn't. The other horses the other mares in the race are really nice. Andy Woods is a good horse. Harvey's Little Goyle. Blowout's going to be the one with the speed, but I think it's really going to come down to Princess Grace and Althika. I think are going to be the 2 for me.
Yeah, Johnny, I'm looking at my board here, and I have Altika on top. I'm looking at Charles Appleby, 46% trainer here. Godolphin showed up in North America and winning 2 grade 1s just like that. 1 at Belmont and 1 at Saratoga. This 4-year-old filly is ready to rock and roll. As you said, 10 Princess Grace is also a nice one, a nice 4-year-old filly you got to take a look at. This horse has won 6 out of 7 career starts, Johnny, including a couple grade 3s and grade 2s in the mix. Michael Stidham. And you get Kent DeSormo. Kent DeSormo is going to be out there riding with it all out there for you. A couple other that caught my eye. Chad Brown's got a couple other horses in the mix, Johnny. Like we said, very competitive race. Number 13, Viadera. Did win the Boston Spa last time at Saratoga, maybe a little peak there. Number 9, Blowout. This seemed to be the speed in the race when I looked at it, Johnny. I don't know if this horse has the ability to sneak away another Chad Brown horse. And then Regal Glory, the 6 horse. So a couple Chad Browns that maybe I might throw in the mix. He's got 3 runners here. So Blowout with Pratt maybe could get out and try to sneak away. But I agree with you. I think Altika is the horse to beat, and Princess Grace. Maybe a couple there, maybe Chad Brown try and take a shot here. Any of your thoughts on those Chad Brown horses I mentioned?
Well, Blowout, they just have to be careful the horse doesn't run off. He's had that problem before where he's ran. Although one time he went out by 8 lengths, he ended up pulling on by half a length. And it is a short stretch at Keeneland on the turf as well, not just the dirt. I don't see a whole lot of pace to really pressure the horse. So if she gets out there and she gets an easy lead and she stays relaxed and stays with her wits about her, I mean she could steal the race. Pace makes a race. It is possible. The only thing is sometimes she gets an easy lead and she just takes off. So you've got Pratt aboard. The horse coming off of had a short little layoff, came out, ran 4th to Got Stormy last time. No shame in that. Taking a little. Took a month off. It's had a decent amount of time. Should be fresh, but at the same time, hopefully not too fresh. And at the distance, 8 races, 3 wins, 4 seconds. So not a stranger to hitting the board. I think the horse does have a good shot. Just if she can get out and get relaxed and not blow through the first quarters and 22 and change. Has a good shot. I think Harvey's Little Goyle is the other horse that I'd worry about in here. Could be close up to her. Got an outkick last time against Althika. Might get a little bit of ground. Maybe shorter distance could help. But other than that, I think we pretty much nailed the horses that I think are in serious contention.
There we go. Race 8. That's the First Ladies Stakes, Grade 1, the Maker's Mark Fillies Mare and Turf entrance for the Breeders' Cup. Let's go on to race 9. This is the Claiborne's Breeders' Futurity here, going 1 mile and 16 for 2-year-olds. Johnnie, the juveniles, this one's interesting. They're 2-year-olds still trying to figure out, trying to get into that big Breeders' Cup juvenile race. Your thoughts here, race 9, the Claiborne Breeders' Futurity.
Yeah, so they drew a field of 13 horses here. I mean, big field of 2-year-olds. I don't think we'll see another field that size maybe until the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, and I'm not even sure what they limit that at. It might be 12, maybe not. I'm not sure. But that's a lot of 2-year-olds to have line up, and I mean they're little green. Some are bumping into each other down the stretch. You see it all. So to see a field that's this big running in a race like this, you gotta. I mean, you kind of want to be more towards the front. I would assume. I think that would be somewhat of an advantage. Last year, Essential Quality won. The year before, Maxfield, Knicks Go, Free Drop Billy, Classic Empire. There's been some decent horses that have won this race. Classic Empire, lost that heartbreaker in the Preakness to Cloud Computing by a nose. Knicks Go, he's probably going to be the favorite in the Breeders' Cup Classic. Maxfield, Essential Quality, they'll all be there this year as well. So this race, you could see somebody come out of this race that can run. Looking at these horses on paper, I feel like they've got a lot to prove. There's only one horse that's won at the distance so far. That's Rattle and Roll. Rattle and Roll broke his maiden in a $120,000 maiden special weight, which is we need to see some of those purses out here on the West Coast. My goodness. He beat a field of 10 really easily, won by 3 lengths. He did it in 1:44 and 4 seconds. If we look up to Stellar Tap, who 9-2, I would assume for whatever reason this horse is by Tap, it'd probably go off as a favorite. He ran the 116. They finished the time in 1:44 and 4 as well, but he was 3 lengths off the winners. It said bumped upper, yielding. He had a little bit of trouble, but I don't know. Maybe the 2-turn race did help the horse. Going the distance could help him. The horse that has the high buyer figure that I think is going to draw a lot of attention is going to be Classic Causeway. Ran 7 furlongs at 1:22 and 3, which is a pretty good time. He won by 6.5 in the debut and ran a 90 buyer. So people are going to see that. I think that's going to draw their attention, and he's probably going to get a lot of interest. Another thing is he has speed. In the 13 hole, they're going to probably you got to send, right? So I think he's the one that's going to make the pace. I'm not sure who all is going to go out there with him. There's not a whole lot of speed in the race. It might have some speed as well. I think that with this short stretch and the horse is probably gunning for that first turn. I would imagine 1 mile and 16th where the start is to that first turn, which is a really tight turn. You really have to kind of send from the gate. You don't want to be in a bad position. Double Thunder's 3 for 4. He's won at a mile, but he's on the rail, and the horse likes to come from out of the clouds. That might be disadvantageous to him. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this race? There's just so many horses, and they all look so even.
Yeah, as a two-year-old, this probably seems to be the trickiest race of the day, Johnny, especially because they're 2-year-olds too. You were right on. That 13 did catch my eye on the outside. I got a 90 buyer, winning by 6.5. Giants Causeway, you got Brian Lynch, Ortiz. These guys are kind of sneaky. Like you said, maybe the horse that is out front is going to win this race. So I'm looking at that. This horse is going to go. Oh, I also looked at number 1, Double Thunder. Like you said, this one's going to be coming way off the pace. So if there's a little duel up front, Paco Lopez was going to be trying to rally this one home for Todd Pletcher at 4-1. This 2-year-old colt is by Super Saver. So maybe a wet track possibly. I don't know what the weather's looking like. And then you mentioned Stellar Tap. I like the connections there. And then The 5 I might throw in there. Don't Wait Up, 9-2 morning line. Workout's looking really nice for Anthony Dutrow. This horse was speed last time out. Johnnie V gets the call back, so I like that, the 5. But like I think the race is wide open. You said 6 Rattle and Roll, only one to win at the distance, and 7 American Sanctuary, running tough races right behind Double Thunder last time out. I love this 2-year-old race. I think this might be your value on the late card here at Keeneland. We just got to try to get this winner. Even as the favorite, you probably maybe get 3-1 here, you'd say?
I think you'll get better than that. I think with a 13 horse field, unless the 13 draws enough attention to where he draws his odds down. I think for the most part you're probably going to get 4-1, 9-2, somewhere around there. I think I would probably just throw in some bombs at this point, just take a shot, see what lands. Looking at it, I think pedigree wise, I do like Rattle and Roll. The fact that he has won a race at the distance, is he going to have to improve to win this race? Yes. Being in the 6th hole, I think he's in a decent position. I think I would take a swing on this one too. Brittany Vandenberg is a 32% trainer on the year, which is remarkable, and no idea how she does it, but every time one of her horses runs, it runs huge. This horse debuted going a mile at Kentucky Downs in a 11-horse field, and made a pretty big move going 5 wide. And as you know, that track is uphill and around the turn and through the bend, and then it just keeps going. And I don't know how they got this horse for $25,000, being by Curlin, who's $175,000 stud fee, but they did, and it's already won $27,000. I think at 30-1, I might just throw the horse in there. Who knows? I love those horses that are by Keeneland. And the other one I like is this Windstar Farm horse by Midnight Storm out of Chickasaw Gal, the Indian Charlie line. Horse has some decent works. It had a nice race over Seal Beach last time, going 7 furlongs at Churchill Downs. And I don't see why the horse doesn't want to stretch out. It's improved both races. I think that would be the other horse for me that should be close enough to the pace to where it could be a factor for Rodolphe Brissett.
Yeah, Johnnie, the number 9 Great Escape, 8-1 morning line here. We're talking the Claiborne's for Breeders for Charity, 1.16 for 2-year-olds. I think it's a good idea, Johnnie. Take a couple shots here on your up and down tickets, and even, maybe throw some dough down and take a couple shots. They are 2-year-olds trying to figure out, and you're going to get a fair price here. So let's move on to the next and the last final race we'll talk about here at Keeneland. This is the Keeneland Turf Mile, 1 mile on the turf. This is for the FanDuel Mile in the Breeders' Cup. Win this and you're into it. So, Johnnie, we're taking a look at this field. What do you see, your thoughts and concerns here?
Yeah, so the first thing that catches my eye again is the amount of horses in this race. Another 13-horse field. We've got those tight turns, and these are all really quality horses. These are class horses. I think that you can make a case for almost every horse in this race, which is really good. That makes it a competitive betting field. At the same time, I think that looking back at the Breeders' Cup last year, Order of Australia went off at 73-1, won by a neck. Same course, same distance, same everything here. Only won 1 time since then, though. They're doing the ship out. He ran in September, lost by a length. Moore hasn't come out to ride. We're going to get Velasquez on. He's going to probably be the favorite. I think a lot of people are going to be drawn to this horse, and so he's going to suck up a lot of money. In a 13-horse field, if he goes off at 5-2, I don't know. I think I'm going to take a shot with somebody else. I think that day the turf was just so deep that those Euros were dominating, and we couldn't get them. Hopefully the turf isn't as deep. Maybe it'll give us a little bit of a break. The way Pixelate won his race at Kentucky Downs, it really caught my eye. That mile that he ran, winning 2.5 lengths over Some Like It Hot Brown and Monarcho's Glen, that was a really nice race. 2 back, he won a race at Pimlico, which was really nice. Had a good turn of foot. The only race that he's really lost in his last 3, he kind of got steadied a little bit. He ended up losing by a length and a quarter, almost a length and a half, but he's definitely headed in the right direction. That horse has some big talent. And then another one, he ran fourth in the race against Order of Australia. He's only ran one time this year. They're going to stick the blinkers back on. This is a horse that I think has a lot of talent. Ivar Talmo aboard for this horse. I don't see why he won't come out and fire. He should be a pretty tough horse. I mean, in this race, you can almost make a case for anybody, though.
Yeah, Johnny, the tough race. Like you said, number 10, Order of Australia, Aidan O'Brien, not sending over for fun. Second in the grade 1. Like you said, won here last year on the track. Something to keep your eye on is the track conditions on Friday before the Saturday races. So make sure you keep your eye on that. Pixelate Stidham won a grade 3 at Churchill Downs. Got to be in the mix. Every time races, 7 starts, 3 wins, 2 place, and 2 shows. So always right there. And then Ivar won the Shadwell Mile at Keeneland last fall. So got it done on the track, adding blinkers here. So we'll see what goes up there. And then at a price, like I said, a 3 in Love, 1 2 in a row for trainer Paulo Lobo. Going to be going up pretty tough here against some tougher competition. But that jockey, 2 for 2 aboard, he's going to be riding like it's the Kentucky Derby, my friend. So a couple horses to take a look at. Race 10 at Keeneland, the Turf Mile. Anything else you want to say about this race or anything else before we get out of here, my friend?
Yeah, I mean, it's just such good racing at Keeneland. Good luck to everybody who's betting out there this weekend or going to the races out there this weekend. The closer we get to the Breeders' Cup, the better the picture is going to be known. Last weekend, the winning you're in at Santa Anita, we saw Mo Forza dig deep, and he beat a nice group of horses out there. Obviously, a lot smaller field than we're about to see here at Keeneland, but that was impressive, and I look forward to seeing some of the Breeders' Cup races that we're going to see this year.
Yeah, Johnny, Breeders' Cup, 29 days away here in Del Mar, Southern California. If you are close by, you got to get here. We're talking horse racing here on the Hip Horse. Tommy D, Johnny Lowe. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe. We appreciate all the comments down there. Let us know who you like, everybody, and we appreciate it. Good luck, and we'll catch you next time here on the Hip Horse.